Um, my name is David Darst, and I'm the VP of Conveyor and Automation with Storage Solutions. I've been with the company a little over 20 years, effectively, I guess I would say. I was part of a recent acquisition just a couple of years ago. My company basically was a conveyor and controls integration company, and that is what we focused on. That is what we did. Everything that had to do with the electronics, the sensors, the integration of conveyor controls. A lot of that has to do with PLCs, which are programmable logic controllers, bringing them into the digital world of being able to program them and control them and decide when to turn them on, when to turn them off. And that's what you need with conveyor control. So conveyor systems are in probably almost every system that would be a warehousing or distribution type application where you are fulfilling a product, where you are handling something at a volume that needs to be a bit higher than what can be done manually. So at some point, every company or customer that's doing some kind of fulfillment distribution, they reach a ceiling where they have to grow. They have to hit more volume. They have to hit more rate, more efficiency, and that is where conveyors come into play. So the in-house team, where it started, was rooted in controls engineering. So instead of just it being something that was an add-on, that is what we started with. So to develop that team, controls engineers, controls technicians, those are the people that had the brain power, we'll call it, to get the ball rolling. Conveyor systems can be very basic. They can also be very complicated if you're dealing with high rates, very fast-moving shoe sorters or things of that nature. A lot of decisions have to be made very quickly. A lot of processing has to be done to ensure that the right package gets sorted to the right lane, that things don't jam. The handling of the product is very important. Yes, there's definitely gains in keeping the whole project in-house from a standpoint of using our in-house controls engineers versus contracting that out. Anytime you contract something out, there's a chance for missing elements, for misinterpretation, also for disagreements, that scope is not the same. When we are able to take that in-house because we have the controls capabilities fully in-house, we are able to eliminate that potential hassle for the customer, where the customer would have to get into the middle of that, which we don't want to do. We want to make our customer happy, and part of making them happy is a successful project. So being able to take from the beginning all the way to the end of a project and know that you have those capabilities in-house and that you are actually handling it in-house, there's a peace of mind that comes with that. What a customer can expect working with our team is that they're going to get our full expertise on all projects. Sometimes Different engineers have different levels of experience that they are able to bring to the table. Obviously, your most experienced engineer can't be on every single project. However, they are still our engineers. They are still on our team. So no matter what, we are pulling from a vast resource pool of engineers and experience, so that even on the simpler projects that maybe don't require the most seasoned engineer, if there's a problem that comes up, they still have access to those engineers on the team to be able to pull from. There's also the aspect within having it fully in-house that we are able to take a project under one project manager and under the different aspects of engineering, whether it's controls, software, mechanical, and we are able to seamlessly put those together to make it to where the experience that the customer gets is the best experience that they could get, because anytime we hit a roadblock, anytime we hit any kind of challenge, we are able to come as a single entity to fix that. With Do My Own, they started with us in their very, we'll call it their infancy stages. They were very small, had a very small warehouse space. We were able to put in their first system and start to implement actually a pretty high level of controls in a very small packed space, doing print and apply, doing scale, some small sortation. And every time their business grew, we were able to help them grow. They would move to a different building because they were busting at the seams. Well, new building, bigger space, more volume needed. We would design a new system that would handle the next level of volume, the next level of rate that they needed to push out the building. And that continued through multiple different iterations of different buildings, different expansions, and they've been a great customer of ours for quite some time. And it's been a great relationship to be able to see our customers succeed and grow, and us to be able to take that ride with them as we were able to help them achieve that growth and that goal. We listened to them. We helped them even when they were not needing a huge, massive system. We supported them. So when there was issues, which there's always issues that happen, equipment fails, things happen, we supported them. We got them back up and running so they could continue to ship that product out the door. And as they moved into bigger buildings and needed more rate out of their system, we helped analyze that and get them the system that they needed. So, you know, a true partnership. So I would say that with our in-house team, what sets us apart from other systems integrators, there's some that don't have any controls or electrical engineering in-house. It's all going to be contracted. Those are easy to set ourselves apart from because you're going to get our team's attention much earlier in the game. When we're looking at designs, when we're looking at concepts, you will get our controls engineers' input on that, even with the mechanical side. Once you flip over into the project side, there's a vast pool of people to pull from that we are going to have an expert for what is needed. We also have a significant amount of tenure within our team, and our team has been around. We keep our engineers, we keep them happy, because a happy engineer is going to do good work for a customer, keep the customer happy. So those are very important things to us. It's important to have a good team. It's important to have standards. We have standards. Those standards help for supportability, things that occur, the after sales aspect of supporting the product and the system long after we've left site. We've turned it on, we've checked everything out, it's running. Well, it needs to run for years after that. And there, like I said, there will be things that fail. Mechanical failures, physical failures, things that occur, but we're there to support it. And that's the full gamut of, from the quoting side all the way to the support side long after the project has been turned over to the customer is very important. So having all of that in-house is a huge win, not only for us on efficiency and being able to work through things in a timely manner, but also for the customer, because it makes the customer's life much easier to deal with one company. And that's what we are. We're one company.